From wherever you are, slowly start to open the eyes and come into a kneeling position just on the mat. If this is uncomfortable, even after placing a block underneath the glutes, you can come to a comfortable seated position as well. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes, and we're just going to get into releasing the neck a little bit. So you can either find a focus point right out in front of you, or just allow the eyes to come to close. And then just start by taking some nice, slow, deep body breaths. Breathing in and out of the nose. Start by taking the right ear to the right shoulder. You're welcome to stay static or introduce a little bit of movement into your body. Maybe nodding your head up and down, maybe shaking your head from side to side. But you're here for about 2 breaths. As you bring your head up to center, simply switch sides, taking the left ear to the left shoulder. Once again, finding that reflection pose or movements, whatever you did from the other side, you're just doing it again here. You have about 2 more breaths. And as you bring your head up to center, shake your head from side to side. So look from right to left, back to right. Every time you go back to that original twist, start to take the eyeballs to look as far back as they can possibly go to really deepen the twist. Okay, we're getting into a spinal twist here. First, take 3 shoulder rolls through center. So forward and up in through the nose, back and down out of the mouth. Okay, 2 more. For those in that kneeling position, come to a comfortable seated. Roll the shoulders down and back, lengthen up through the spine, lifting up through the chest. Inhale, look to the right, and then exhale, twist. Look past the right shoulder. The right arm is behind you, acting as a kickstand. Your left arm is anchoring your body in place. Taking about 2 more breaths here. And as your body comes to center, plant the right palm. Inhale your left arm up. And then take 3 to 5 pulses just toward the right. Gently come back to your neutral. Move the flesh and the muscle back so you find your sit bones. Roll the shoulders in place. Inhale, lengthen, lift. And then exhale, twist to the opposite way. Taking that right palm just on the knee. Look past your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, continue to twist, twist, twist. You're here for 3 breaths. Beautiful. As your body comes up to center, left palm plants down, right arm up. And then exhale, going for those side pulses, 3 to 5. That last one brings you center, right into a tabletop, rocking forward, stepping those knees back. So the palms are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And start to take a few cat-cows. Rolling the shoulders back on an inhale. And then rounding out the spine through the exhale. And then just continue to move in and out. Good. Coming to a neutral spine. Now walk your kneecaps together. Eyes look at the mat between the thumbs. Start to kick your left leg back. Find your balance. And then reach your right arm forward. You're here for just a few breaths. We're using this time to check in with where we're at with our balancing set today. Squeezing that left glute, try to lift up the weight to the leg in space, keeping the heel aligned to the back glute, and try to keep an internal rotation through that kneecap so it's facing the ground. Good. Have intention to reach for something with that right arm, and you're here for 2 more breaths. Good. Gently touch down, release. Quick stretch, down dog before we switch sides. So tuck the toes, reach the hips skyward, and then just pulse the chest toward your thighs. Walk out your feet. Really enjoy that lengthening sensation through the back body, that opening through the chest. Coming back into your tabletop, knees together, eyes looking down, and then start to reach the right leg back. Keep again that internal rotation, set your shoulder scapula down, and then gently when you're ready, start to reach your left arm forward. Engaging through that back glute, feel that extension through the left arm, and then set your shoulders down so your back remains level. You're not doing anything funky, the shoulder scapula is down. Taking just about 2 more breaths here. Feel that reach through the left arm. Keeping that core engaged. Beautiful. Touch down, down dog. Tuck the toes. Reach the hips up and back. Walk out your feet. Shake out the head. And then again, just pulse that chest toward the back wall. Beautiful. Bending at the knees, looking toward the top of the mat. Walk or jump your feet up. Taking your palms to the shins, inhale a flat spine, and then exhale a forward fold. Inhale to rise up to a stand, palms to prayer in front of the heart, exhale. Bounce to the knees, inhale the arms up, taking 1 sun breath, palms to prayer, exhale. Okay, sun salutation A. Bounce to the knees, arms up, inhale. Hinging from the hips, forward fold. Take the palms to the shins, flat back, inhale. Walk or jump your feet back. Take 2 breaths in a high plank before dropping down to the knees. For the first round, lower down slowly, knees, chest, chin. Upward dog on an inhale, squeeze the buttocks. Tuck the toes, reaching the hips up and back, looking past your inner thighs. Find 2 breaths here. Good. Bending at the knees, look to the top of the mat. Walk or jump your feet up. Palms to the shins, flat spine. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to stand, reaching the arms overhead. Then palms to prayer in front of the heart on an exhale. Bounce to the knees, inhale. Exhale, hinging from the crease of the hips. Inhale your flat spine. High plank pose for 1 breath. And then knees, chest, chin to cycle through. Bringing your body right on back into that downward dog. Keep those eyes looking past your inner thighs. Let's do 1 more round. Bend the knees, look forward, walk or jump. Flat back on an inhale, forward fold. Exhale, let go of the head. Good. Stand up, inhale, arms up. Palms to prayer in front of the heart. Exhale. Inhale, reaching the arms overhead. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale to lengthen. High plank pose for 2 breaths. And this time, you're going to lower down all the way to the belly. You can drop down to the knees if you need to, and come into balance on your belly. So your head, shoulders are lifting up. Your palms are now floating off of the mat, and the toes, so squeezing the back glutes. Set your shoulders down. Try to find a little bit more height through the front of the body. Taking 2 more breaths. Sphinx pose. You're going to drop down the feet and then reach the arms coming forward. Okay? While you're here, shake out the head again from side to side. Try to look as far back behind you as you can, trying to find your toes and heels. Bob the ear from one side shoulder to the other. Loosening up the neck, bringing mobility, and then nod the head up and down. Good, bending at the right knee. Take the left forearm just in front of the body, acting as a kickstand, and you're going to reach the right arm back for the foot. Feel the body stay upright. If this is enough, you could stay here. If you'd like to go deeper, bring your upper body a little bit further down the mat and then pull that heel closer to the glute. Maybe your eyes look to the mat, or maybe your forehead comes down to the arm, but you're here for just a few breaths. Good. Gently start to release that right foot. Come back into your Sphinx pose. You're going to shake the head again from side to side. Get back into the same reset. Bob the ear from one side shoulder to the other. And then nod the head up and down. Beautiful. Switching sides, bending your left knee. Taking that forearm just on your angle, and then reaching back for the foot. Whether you're a little bit more upright, maybe if the flexibility isn't there and you want to make sure that you're reaching for the foot to get into the quad, or you start to lower down a little bit more. Take the eyes to look toward the mat. Maybe the forehead could touch the arm, but you're just holding here for a few breaths. Good, taking 2 more. And as you release that back foot, high up dog, planting your palms, squeeze the buttocks, shimmy out the shoulders as you lower down, and then do that 1 more time. Inhale, squeezing through the glutes, lengthen through the front body, and then shimmy out your shoulders on the way down. Bending at both knees, reach back for your feet, chin to the mat. 2 sets of bow pose. Inhale, slowly start to lift up the weight to the head, shoulders, and chest. And already you're starting to kick through the back legs, arcing the spine. Squeeze the buttocks to try to lift up the tops of your quads off of the mat, and maybe start to look up. Taking about 3 more breaths in your version of the highest height. And as you gently start to release, look to the right and then rest your ear to the floor. You have 3 breaths before the other side. Good, taking the chin to the mat, second set. Bending at the knees, reaching back for the feet. And then slowly, when you're ready, start to kick. Start to lift and lengthen the front plane of the body. Inhale, taking the eyes to look up, rolling the shoulders down, squeeze the buttocks. You have 3 more breaths. One day as you look up, you will find your toes. Good, gently start to lower down, release, and then look to the left. Ear to the floor, 3 breaths. Taking the chin to the mat. When you're ready, pushing yourself up onto all 4s, taking the knees together, and finding your child's pose. You can either come into your next add-on or coming into your final Shavasana. You have a few breaths in your child's pose.